Ladies and gents, hype, because we have a match point here at the WCS Circuit Winter Championship Qualifier. We're on Ruins of Ceres and spawning in the bottom right-hand position, needing to win just one more game to make it in the championship bracket. Representing Team Liquid.net and coming from behind, it's VortiX. His opponent spawns in the 10 o'clock position as the blue Zerg player. And again, going for a significantly earlier pool, representing a Team Acer, doing so tremendously well at DreamHack, but now a game away from crashing out of this qualifier. Can he bounce back and force game number 5? It's Bly. Bly on fire? Question mark. Who knows? We'll find out shortly enough. Bly will be sending links a little bit earlier across the map, but VortiX did also go for hatch first. Now this is a very open map, so for example this ramp is reasonably large, and then if you take a look at the third base, it's just such a huge area to have to cover. It's really frustrating. So it makes it very good potentially to be the attacking player on this map and just constantly exert pressure. Obviously you lose a major engagement, it doesn't matter if you're attacking or defending, but generally speaking, open spaces equals lots of angles to attack from, equals more difficult to defend. And Bly is indeed going for maximum attack here. Lings streaming out of the base. We have the Baneling Nest en route as well. So again, very, very quick Destructo coming out from our Team Acer player. VortiX, though, amusingly, has 6 Lings of his own out and about. And it looks like, well, we more or less have identical builds, with VortiX having his builds a bit later. And that means VortiX is 16 workers to 14. And as a result, that's an advantage for VortiX, guys, because in the time Bly needs to travel across the map, VortiX is constantly mining with 2 extra workers. VortiX spots the attack now from Bly and is actually opting to come back and defend here. And this is problematic because both sides have Banelings. Both sides are morphing them in. And VortiX just patiently waits for the eco advantage. And oh god, VortiX, you are playing with fire! Well, there goes Baneling number 1. And it looks like VortiX is desperately trying to get Bly back here. Will succeed. Bly does have a lot of Banelings here, though, and has to be very, very careful indeed. But VortiX now has his natural expansion nearly up. If Bly can't do a lot of damage here, then this could be curtains. Bly is not going, by the way, for a follow-up base at all. Oh god, what is going on? I don't even know. So many Banelings! It's not actually that many, but it's really scary. This is very, very intense as far as Micro is concerned. Half of the Lings go down to a single Baneling hit. I think that's actually going to signal more or less the end of this attack. Bly can't do anything else here. He's got a couple more units coming in, but look, he's actually back at home droning up right now, and he needs to get this hatchery down. VortiX is basically ahead. Bly has gone up to 18 drones, so if VortiX recognizes the attack is over, he can get a round of drones from 2 hatcheries and leapfrog Bly in the worker supply. But VortiX is actually constantly making more Lings. I think it's because of Bly's reputation for being maximum attack. So it looks like that's what's going to happen here. And, well, this might give Bly a little bit of breathing room to get more drones in. He's only 3 workers ahead at the moment, but don't forget, a hatchery is a big, big decision to take here. So I wonder if Bly's going to try and sneak in an early third. The problem is, the army supply is, I think, much larger, actually, for VortiX right now. So if Bly does anything greedy like that, VortiX might be able to counterattack across the map. And even without the third base, by the looks of things, he's going to try anyway. Banelings cancelling out Banelings. All sorts of awkward collisions happening here. And look, the natural expansion has no larva because it's only halfway done. So VortiX is now moving out across the map with his forces. And he can reinforce faster than Bly. Right, a bunch of banelings are being produced, and there are 5 waddling across the map as well. So they're going to get here around the same time this hatch completes. And VortiX has had a lot more larvae the entire time. But Bly's on 26 workers versus 20 right now. So Bly acknowledges when his attack failed, went into serious droning. And VortiX is now the person comfortably behind as far as the worker count goes. And this is really weird. Lots of banelings passing each other at the moment, but VortiX has sheer volume getting into the main base right now, successfully killing off all of the banelings, but now there are, needs to be careful, there are a lot, and I do mean a lot, of Zerglings here trying to sneak their way in. VortiX, though, finds an opening, picks off the 2 defending banelings. Oh, almost doesn't get the queen there. He moves into the main now. Spinecrawler is definitely going to go down, and VortiX is looking like he might be able to press an advantage here. Bly still 2 workers up. Got more and more Zerglings coming through, and as long as he can dodge this baneling, he might just about be able to hold here. But look, the queen goes down as well. There are too many banelings coming in, and VortiX is looking to close this out. He goes into the main base. A lot of explosions there. The drones are now coming to fight. Zerglings left for VortiX. Bly is down to 15 workers, and VortiX is non-stop streaming more and more units across the map. He wants to try and close this out with aggression. Only Zerglings in production now for VortiX. He's going to be coming back in for round 2. 43 versus 27 supply now. And VortiX has 6 more banelings morphing outside Bly's base. Bly on fire at DreamHack, was imperious in his ZVZ, beat Hydra, beat Violet, but now he's looking very vulnerable indeed, and he's going to need a minor miracle in order to stay in this game. But minor miracles are always possible when banelings are involved. Let's see how these connections go. 4 defensive banelings, 4 attacking banelings. Oh, very nice hold there with the queen, actually. But Bly is down 7 workers still. He needs to do something. Maybe a couple lings on a counterattack unchecked to kill off 5 or 6 workers would be good for Bly right now. But he is under so much pressure. VortiX is finally droning back at home, by the way. So this is going to be the final wave of units that pops out. And he is on top of the 2 banelings here by the looks of things. Will be able to successfully prevent them from popping out. And still a couple of defensive banelings here from Bly. One of them gets shoved off, and, well, the second one will also just about survive, I think, thanks to the queen. Continuing to waddle along. More and more damage being done, and very nice baneling destination on the ramp means that we normalize here. But we normalize into a situation where our team Liquid Zerg has 33 workers versus the 22 for Bly. The price of staying in this game was very high for our team Acer player right now. If he picks off an Overlord and potentially supply blocks VortiX, that would be nice, but VortiX is on 47 out of 76 supply, so that looks extremely unlikely at the moment. This Overlord should get away, by the way. Should. There we go. So he will be able to sneak his way out. We have the layer halfway done now for VortiX, and he's going to be able to just ride this wave, effectively, of increased economy here. If you take a look at roughly what this means, it basically looks like with equal minerals, VortiX has been able to mine a lot more gas, which is why he's got the layer first. It's why he's going to be able to get that tech up first compared to Bly as well. And Bly kind of has to lick his wounds a little, make sure he is protected against any sort of quick attacks coming in that might be following up from VortiX, and doing his best to consolidate. Wow. Couple of baneling destinations, chucking Zergling bodies all over the place, and this time it's VortiX that's going to be able to go for the earlier spy. He's been mining gas that much longer. He's got his 3rd base down first, and he's looking to try and extend his lead here by gaining that aerial advantage, potentially shoving Bly out of the qualifier. So he might be able to do this very soon indeed. He's also got the Roach Warren at the same time, by the way. So earlier Roach Warren for VortiX, earlier Spire for VortiX. Bly has +1 attack, but it's +1 ranged attack right now. And I feel like VortiX is going to go ham on the mutas. He's already got about 600 gas and counting, so he's really looking forward to pummeling these out. And VortiX is on 46 workers versus 37 right now. Bly looks like he's... I mean, he hasn't even got a larger army supply, to be honest. He's just behind in every respect. He's about 20 supply behind, and both teams are under 100 supply. Bly potentially looking to do some damage with this small squad of legs. But I think between the Queen and the Spinecrawler, the 3rd base should be safe. I mean, there are lings and banelings here as well if necessary. And here we go. Both sides looking to get some damage done there. No dice over there. Definitely no dice over here, but Bly is lifting into the main basing, being a very, very sneaky snake. VortiX has no idea this is happening. Could this be what Bly needs to get back into the game? Well, there are the Zerglings. He's waiting for 2 Baneling hits as well. Has this been seen? Oh, it has been seen. And the Mutalisks actually chase this away. Very, very good. Oh, the Banelings are getting ignored for a little bit. Needs to be careful. Oh, they get into the mineral line. That wasn't that good, but unfortunately, 15-to-1 workers kills suggests that he didn't quite make the connections he wanted. It would have been nice to kill off 5 or 6 workers there. And now we have a Nidus en route as well. Bly putting up a Spore Crawler. What's he even going to put into the Nidus, though? This is Desperation City, I have to say, coming out from Bly right now. He's at 54 supply versus 98. I mean, VortiX is nearly doubling his supply, and we haven't had a big engagement since Zergling Baneling. So that should tell you all you need to know about this game. Bly is desperately looking for openings, desperately looking for chinks in VortiX armor to go ahead and try and take this game, but VortiX will be able to shut down this 3rd base. That Queen will not be able to do anything. This hatchery is toast. 3 base versus 2 with this many mutas on the field. Yeah, okay, you can Spore Crawler up your base and be able to defend, but it's 3 base versus 2. In the long run, what are you doing? Bly is going for the infestation bit, but I feel like he's a bit too far behind right now. Never say never if infestors get out on the field, though, but I feel like before infestors can actually hit the field, these mutas will have done so much damage. It just makes it so difficult to manage. And they're going to be going off for the lair as well. These queens are going to have to get back very quickly indeed. And there's just so much map control being taken by VortiX right now. He's got 7 roaches to push in on the ground as well. He also had the option to take a 4th base, maybe, and just let the Mutalisks completely stifle Bly's activity for the next couple of in-game minutes. That would have been completely acceptable as well, but he wants to try and win the game on the ground. He's also going for Pathogen Glands, is Bly now, so a potential to break out there, but this soft contain is looking excellent from VortiX, and he's got a lot of roaches and a lot of banelings to follow it up, and I think that's the response Bly isn't necessarily expecting. He might be going, right, you're making more mutas. Well, actually, we're transitioning out of it because we don't see you with Aspire yourself, so we don't actually need to go for those mutas right now. And VortiX is playing this very well indeed with an Overseer, killing off the Creep Tumors as well to give him a little bit more breathing room so that the roaches are invisible. So here come the queens to take out the Mutalisks. Unfortunately, here come the roaches as well. Army supply is 114 versus 44, folks. This is not going to be pretty. I'm going to go with this isn't going to be pretty. The Spore Crawler is doing work against the mutas, though. That finally gets taken down. And VortiX now absolutely streams into the natural expansion. GG! And by a scoreline of 3-1, ladies and gentlemen, Liquid's VortiX advances, and he will be a WCS Circuit Winter Championship player. Congratulations to him, defeating Bly 3-1.